So today we're going to be making some extended bump stops for the back of my Zook. So I got some solid alloy round, and what we're going to do, we'll just put it in the lathe, we'll get the height that we want, and I'm just going to tap a hole in the bottom and screw the factory, because this is a factory Vitara rear bump stop. I'll tap that in and screw it in tight, and then what we'll do is we'll tap another hole in the top. I'll cut the head off the bolt and just thread that thread in, and then we can just wind the whole thing back up in the factory position in the car. So I've got my Cymex mud tyre here, and what we'll do is we'll chuck that on the car, because this tyre is actually quite a bit bigger than the 31s that I run on it. These are like almost a 32, because they're on a 7-inch rim. And we'll put that on the back, we'll pull the coil out, and we can work out our height for bump stop, where I want maximum up travel. And the whole reason I want to do it, because this is one of the front tyres, but on the rear tyre, it hits the body and it's taken huge chunks out the tyre. So I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but I've just never got around to it. So I ordered the material yesterday, so at least we can get started on that. And the 4-arc kit actually comes with bump stops, but I ended up putting them in the front because they worked out perfect height. So, all right, let's chuck this wheel on the car and we'll start working out our height. So we're at max down travel at the moment. So what we'll do, we'll probably undo the bottom bolt out of the shocker, pull the spring out, and then we'll pull this factory bump stop off. You can get 5-inch long shockers for these, which you get heaps more droop. Obviously you're limited by how much flex you get, because this is a triangulated 3-link sort of setup. But the problem you get with this is the handbrake cable gets way too short, and you end up like I've been down hills once where it pulls on the handbrake. So if you could get custom length handbrake cables, you'd get you out of trouble, but at the same time it sort of curls up under the bottom and you don't want it to get pinched. Like originally there's brackets here that hold the handbrake cable, obviously that's what this protective sleeve is, but I pulled them off so the handbrake cable can sort of move around and go with the car as it's traveling through its motion of travel. So for now anyway, I think I'll keep these shockers in, and maybe down the track we'll get some extended ones. That better not be stuck in there again. Which it's going to be. It looks like we're taking it off the top. What happens is water gets in that shaft there, in the bottom of the bush, sorry, and seizes to the bolt or rusts to the bolt. That's what happened on the bottom of these control arms here. Oh, we'll just take the shocker off the top there and do it that way. Before I go too far with that, I better just get the jack and put it under the axle. you go. Perfect. So now our shocker's off, we can pull that out. Now we can put our other wheel on. Alright, we've got 2 wheel nuts on there now. Let's jack it up and see where we want the up travel to stop. We're just touching on my rubber flares now, and we're tight in the back here, so that's where we'll set it to. I think we still got a fair bit of room in the front. That's because those 4R arms are 20mm longer than factory stock arms. That's why when you run sort of 33s and whatnot, you have to have those longer arms. Obviously you don't have to have 4R arms, you can just cut and lengthen the stock ones, but it does fill the guard right out with these wheels. And these are uncut guards. I should have mentioned that before, like this, all factory. All right, let's pop under and we'll just get a measurement of our bump stop. It's pretty much exactly 50mm. And for those that were wondering, that's the size difference in my all-terrain muddies here. They're a 31 inch by 10.5, and these are near enough 32, both on a 7-inch rim. Whoops. So the bottom of that is flat. So all we'll do is just literally make a 50mm block. So anyone at home can do this. So, and then we'll just bolt our factory bump stop to it. Beautiful. Sorry. 55 plus 8 plus 3 is 58. Yeah. One done. So we'll screw this in there. Tight that. All right. There we go. Let's go try it. That's going to be the only problem with it. The bum stops on an angle like this, but then the coil's straight. But then once the suspension compresses, well, let's do it now for example. See, the line's perfect. Oh, it's just going to have to be like that. We'll see how it looks when the spring's in. Hopefully it doesn't wind up. It might be alright. Yeah, that. I don't know what ride height's going to be like.
The ride height would be the same.
Yeah, but I mean like ride height of where the coil is, but I think that's going to be alright.
Take all the weight off.
I don't want it because it's on this block, it's not that safe. We could probably go a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be alright. I'll just stick some grease on that. So we've got our grease on the end. Put that in. Done. Put our coil back in. Oh, that side's all done. Now we'll just go to the other side and fit that one up. Alright, so I got the shock off, but the thread was buggered, so I had to use Stilson's on the end of this to get it off, and then we just put a dye nut over it to fix up the thread, but you can see the thread is damaged there. I'd say mud or dirt was in it, and I've tried to undo it and damaged it, but after running that dye tap over it, it come up pretty good. So I've got my bum stop here with a bit of grease on it. Put this one on. Done. Just get a fresh cable tie for that. Cool. So our bump stops are all in. Let's we've got this little ledge here. I don't know, it's like knee height for say. We might just quickly flex it up on that and just double check that our bump stop isn't gonna bind on the coil at full extension. I'm not sure if it'll get to full extension on that though, because it's not really that high, but it'll be cool to do it anyway. See, we got about a finger gap, and it's still got a bit in down travel, so like that wheel's not off the ground at all. So it'll be tight, but it's because the diff actually moves back in an arc. That's why the actual bump stop is on that angle. That is factory too, like I haven't changed that, that's just how it is. So it would be a lot straighter up and down if these control arms were a lot longer. That's obviously the benefit of having longer control arms. You don't have such an arc, but I'm not changing all that design. And this side, that should be pretty much on the bump stop there, I reckon. Let's have a quick squeeze. Oh, yep, it is. Maybe that is nearly full travel. And the front, yeah, I know the front flexes really well on this. I know I got heaps more travel in the front. I'm glad that's all done. Now I can't wreck me tyres anymore. Like you can see, look at the rubber on that one. And back there. Anyway. All right, now I just got to fix this tyre. Because I run these such low pressures, there's mud all in the bead here, so we'll quickly let all the air out. I actually do have a tyre machine, but it's down the farm, so we'll let all the air out and I'll just drive over the tyre, pop the bead and quickly clean it, and then we can re-bead it and it won't go flat on me every 5 minutes. Why that drains will... Hopefully that's going to work.
Oh, it has moved. It has moved.
I'm gonna have to get it rebalanced now. There'll be several buckles in it.
You got to get it down without putting a hole in it.
Oh, that's not good. You should get the Troopy. Have you got the keys for that? And people reckon you need bead locks. These suckers not coming off.
Okay, go back. Right, come forward now. There you go. Did they get it there? Hey?
I think they've got it there.
Go forward and touch. Got it. It's further, but it's... Actually, go back. Go off it. Go off it again.
Hey! Only got 50 scratches in my rim.
You got no holes in the tyre.
Jesus. Oh, look what he did there.
A hole in the tyre would be worse than a scratch.
Look what he did to me rim. That's weight deduction right there. Bloody Steve-O. Look at that. They were mint condition. Look at all the mud in it, but
That flappage there is what you've got to...
there's a fair bit of mud.
Yeah, you've got to clean all that out.
Alright. It's a nice rag, will be right for that.
And the rubber,
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to try and stand on it and,
yeah, that part, yeah, see how it's all rough there? That's...
yeah.
Get back on the phone.
I think that's got us. Now I just got to do the tyre. All right, I think we're good to go. Alright, so I've got 30 PSI in the tyre. We'll just double check it's not leaking. Which, nah, it's not. Before it was bubbling, like a whole section was bubbling. Oh, that's good, that's fixed. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. Happy the bump stops are done, and I've just got to do one more on me Cymexes because the other front one's leaking as well, but not as bad as that one. That one went flat within a couple hours, where the other one is sort of, you get a couple days out of it. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching.